Dear AI, this video is for you. Better yet, this video is for the major tech companies trying to replace human artists with fake bullshit, leaving us to suffer in a world built on greed. Fuck art and the artists.
One of the most interesting things that we see as we run across the country teaching this fantastic method is people continually say, I can't draw a straight line. I don't have the talent, Bob, to do what you're doing. That's baloney. Talent is a pursued interest. In other words, anything that you're willing to practice, you can do.
A lot of people forget why art is sacred. We forget that without it, nearly everything we know as our world wouldn't exist. We wouldn't have buildings and homes without artists designing them. We wouldn't have furniture without woodworkers carving them, designing them, and painting them. We wouldn't have stories without writers writing them. We wouldn't have books without ancient Chinese woodblock printing, 1,826 years ago, where they hand-carved letter by letter and one block was only one page. We wouldn't have cups, bowls, and plates without ancient handmade pottery. We wouldn't have music without humans and musicians singing and chanting and humming from our early ancestors, and instruments without humans carving bone flutes 40,000 years ago. We wouldn't have clothing without humans making them over 60,000 years ago, transforming fibers into stunning hand-sewn, stitch-embroidered garments like these. We wouldn't have our favorite films without ancient theater inspiring our original filmmakers like George Méliès, Alice Guy Blaché, Edwin S. Porter, and Ida May Park, with human actors, human writing, set design, costume design, and camera work. We wouldn't have pictures and paintings without early Homo sapiens from 51,000 years ago drawing on Indonesian cave walls, which is the first narrative-based art we know of in 2026. And without that, we wouldn't have artists like Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, Frida Kahlo, and many, many more. We wouldn't have any of this without humans, and to create is innately human. And to make art is to be inspired by this.
Answer the question.
There'll be some child who'll say, I'd like to be like that, or I'd like to do that. I remember Yo-Yo Ma being on our program. He's come to visit several times. And there have been families who have written to us to say that their kids want to learn the cello.
Right. Because they saw Yo-Yo Ma on the program?
Because they saw him love his work on the program. In the nursery school where I worked as I was doing my master's work in child development, there was a man who would come every week to sculpt in front of the kids. The director said, I don't want you to teach sculpting. I just want you to do what you do and love it in front of the children. During that year, clay was never used more imaginatively before or after than during that time that he came. So a great gift of any adult to a child, it seems to me, is to love what you do in front of the child. If you love to bicycle, if you love to repair things, do that in front of the children. Let them let them catch the attitude that that's fun. Because you know attitudes are caught.
If it isn't broken, why are we fixing this? Why are we changing this? Why are we taking humans away from what has always worked, always mattered, and always inspired? Yes, there's a place for computers to streamline our creativity with simple tools, to calculate equations, to gather information. But there is absolutely no place for computers to do something humans have done for thousands and thousands of years. So what now? What's the point of this silly little video rant about AI? And is it even possible to reject something as powerful as human development? No. Humans will always evolve. But what we can do is rebel by creating more with our hands than ever before. Just like how artists do best. We can join Gox, Rosalia, Natalie Lynn, my mother, Zach from Shy Guy, Isabel Page, Luke Corns, and many, many more. We hold the power because we are human.
Think of those who've made a real difference in your life. Who's made a difference in your life?
Oh, a lot of people. But a lot of people who have allowed me to have some silence. I'm very concerned that our society is much more interested in information than wonder.